Good evening. The cost of living continues to soar in the biggest squeeze on living standards in generations, leaving people in the Thames Valley feeling the pinch.
Energy costs are already up an extra £700 a year on average per home. And council tax, national insurance, broadband and water bills are also rising this month.
Inflation is at a 30-year high in the 12 months to February. Prices rose by 6.2% on average. Food, energy and fuel have surged, and the Bank of England thinks inflation could hit double digits later this year.
In the first of our special reports on the cost of living crisis, Derek Johnson reports on the impact of those rocketing prices.
This is Keith Gambles from Wokingham, supervising a driving lesson in Reading. He's been a driving instructor for 22 years, but now finds steering the business to be more difficult. He fills the car with petrol 3 times a week and puts aside £150 a week to do that. It's no longer enough due to rocketing fuel costs.
It's squeezed margin at the end of the day. I put my prices up at the beginning of the year and I don't really feel I can afford to do that again. It's unfair on my customers, and at some point they can't afford me. So it's just taking a bit of a hit like everybody else on my income. It's going to affect what I can do outside of my business. It hits the bottom line at the end of the day.
Fuel is one reason inflation's going up. It's also because of the rising cost of energy and food. This food store is for householders doing their daily or weekly shop. It also delivers to restaurants that buy in bulk. Owner Musid Ahmed says he's worked hard to keep costs down over the years, especially for popular items. But it's getting harder, he says, with shoppers and stores feeling the pinch.
People are worried because even we're talking to the public and the restaurant people say, how are we going to run the business? Chicken price is jumped within 1 week, it's been doubled. Oil price has been doubled. Yes, I'm very worried. Well, some of the stuff's even not available. It's getting hard to get the supply. This is the main issue.
A supermarket sweep is definitely getting more and more expensive.
It's a matter of going around, shopping around, see where you can get your bargain from. But I would say things have gone up, really. The cost of food has gone skyrocketing.
It's really terrible, because it's very high, because it's normally, I don't know, for, the Ukraine crisis or global warming, it's COVID situation, everything. I think its price is so high, it's very hard.
According to the Office for National Statistics, the average basket of groceries rose 4.2% in 2021. An average 800-gram loaf of white sliced bread is 4p more expensive than a year ago. It's now £1.09. Another staple, milk, is up 3p to an average of 46p a pint. Fruit and vegetables have also gone up. A 1 kilo bag of apples, 47p more on average, now £2.36, a 25% increase. Buying 1 cauliflower will cost 15p more. Some of the biggest increases have been seen in the cost of fresh meat. A kilo of chicken is £2.78, that's a 10% jump. And a joint of beef is £11.33, that's a 29% increase. But the largest rise is for margarine, an average tub shooting up in price from £1.35 to £1.77. That's up by a massive 31%.
Darren Riley's a veteran who spent 6 years in the army. He's suffering from a chronic heart problem, which means he can't work. We saw him in January when he was worried about mounting energy bills.
Things are getting very desperate. I mean, my bills are mounting up. My heating, gas, electric are all mounting up.
3 months on, and Darren and his partner's energy company have told them to expect a significant hike. He'll look into whether they're eligible for a government rebate.
Grateful for the help and the gesture, but if you're going to give people a rebate, all you're doing, you're just moving the problem from today to a few months down the line, and that ain't going to solve any problems, because as the months go by, the cost of living still going to be increasing, and people will be struggling even further.
There are those in genuine fear of losing their livelihoods. This fish and chip restaurant worried about the shortage of vegetable oil.
It's going around everywhere that if you can't get oil, you'll have to close. And if you have to close at this time of year, in the summer, down here, you've had it. You know, you're wasting your time. You might as well not bother reopening.
The economy is facing a battering. It's more important than ever to make a little go a long way.
Derek is at a charity which helps people with food and other essentials if they are struggling. Derek, so has the Basics Bank seen more people going through its stores?
Yes, it has, and sadly that's the case everywhere. Here you see the sort of items you'd expect to see everywhere. These tins all within the sell-by date. There's a vegan section, and this food bank's proud of the fact it has a lot of fresh vegetables as well that they get from Fair Shave. I'm joined now by Oliver Stanley, who runs Basic Bank here. You are seeing a lot more people then?
Yes, we are. I mean, there's definitely been a significant increase. Obviously, there's been a huge increase since the beginning of the pandemic. But since Christmas, we've probably been up 8 to 9%.
I think there's an idea that it's just people between jobs or, you know, without a job that come to a food bank. Is that true, though?
No, it's not. We've got quite a few fairly permanent clients. And we're also finding that you have to bear in mind that if you are on universal credit, your finances are very finely balanced. And let's say you get a big MOT bill or a car servicing bill, then that can, you know, basically really dent your...
Tip the balance,
Tip the balance, yeah, absolutely. And that's what we see consistently.
And how does it work? Do you get an item or various items together and people get what they get?
It's very straightforward. Each family gets basically enough food for 7 days to feed every single member of the family for 7 days, 3 meals a day. And it's very automated. We run it all on a computer system and iPads. And we also try and supplement it hugely with fresh produce, cakes. Today it's cauliflower cheese.
And how many families are you getting on average?
Today we did 23. And last week we did 117. That's just through this straightforward food bank, which covers the whole of the New Forest.
All right, well, thank you very much. I mean, those numbers are on the rise, and sadly, that's probably the case for food banks across the area that we cover as well.
Derek, they're doing a great job there. Thank you.